chunk towers and also tear the Tiny and Gyrocopter apart with the physical damage. And like even the reflection, I think, is going to be very annoying for these two heroes this game.
It's true. I mean, if there's one way to deal with a Tiny, even with all of his status resistance, it's the fact that he has literally no armor, and he's even going to have less than no armor because, of course, Vengeful Spirit is going to be there. They're going to have a lot to work with here in terms of Newbee, so it's a bit disconcerting. They actually gave Ori the Tiny, so they switched it up again. Young 11 with the puck. They're kind of swapping things around. They're making decisions. For Newbee, they've kept it the same through and through. They're all on the same heroes they've been on since they picked. I don't know, man. Let's talk about this. What are you thinking? It is Game 5 after all. I want to get your opinion on who won the draft. Who do you think is going to take the game between these two squads?
Oh, this one is really close. This draft, I think, especially because Newbee have switched it up so much, but they seemed so confident with the way that they drafted it. So I feel more confident as well as a result. But Vici have these comfort picks that they've been going to quite a bit in this event. I'm gonna say Newbee, but it's I think it's super close. I'm the fact that this game, the fact that we're here in Game 5 is a testament to the fact that these two teams are pretty closely matched.
Yeah,
what do you
it
think?
makes for a really good Dota. I will go the opposite direction. I will take Vici. I like the comfort picks. I like the Ori Tiny. I think it's very strong. I would be surprised to see him, even with all of this minus armor and physical damage, I still think that he will have a good game on this Tiny. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he gets roamed down and he dies instantly, and then that goes out the window. But Ori, after that Ember Spirit game where he kind of got crushed by SCCC, I think he wants to have a bigger impact here on this Tiny. He wants to have a bigger impact here, and he definitely can have that in this type of game. So we'll see.
It'll be really interesting to see how the lane goes against Terrorblade. You get the 10 armor Terrorblade versus the 0 armor Tiny.
It's going to depend on the meta, the first meta, I think. They're going to give SCCC, by the way, both of these bounty runes. They'll have the block started by Faith.
I mean, oh, this could be so bad. Or he might just get straight up first blooded.
Yeah, that could be a huge problem.
He also just used his TP because he's TP blocking. So is Kaka going to come over, or are they just not going to even... Okay, maybe they're not going to...
Oh, he has a really good wave, though.
He has a super good block. Wow,
the block is fantastic, which might make things easier. And they're already rotating the Lion elsewhere. The Lion Faith TP top lane, and they'll try to set something up here. Young 11 is a ward, but on the opposite side. He also has a sentry in case. Young 11 should have a pretty good time. Perhaps he will have another support to help him with, and that's Fenrir, who has the Frostbite. Obviously, want to get Arcane Aura as quickly as possible, but well, a lot harder to do that now as a CM with all the changes. But the bottom lane is where the action is going to be happening. There's the dual breath. Kaka will do some auto attack damage. The telekinesis will keep him out of the fray as Lanham lifts him up. That's down for 20 seconds. And guess what? Paparazzi's leveled up homing missile. Real shocking stuff there.
They do not have the nightmare set up this time around.
Dude, look at it. 7 last hits already. And SCCC, he popped the meta a while ago. So that's slightly disconcerting, I feel like.
I mean, Tiny's got to be one of the few heroes that can actually contest the Terrorblade for last hits, even when he's got the Metamorphosis pop.
Oh, God. Dang it. All right.
That's all right.
It's all right.
That's what happens.
We'll get things righted, I'm sure. Young 11 actually might die here. Phase shift, he's got to lose here. Oh, he's just dead, isn't he?
Nope.
Oh, good jaunt. Wow, that was amazing.
Absolute last
That was
second.
literally the last second jaunt into the salve on top of it. That was hype. Young 11 is actually a sick player.
Yeah, he's in pretty good there, too.
Yeah. But he's going to get hexed again. Another wave of tear. This time the Earth Spike. I don't know if he can live this time. A phase shift not available. Maybe he gets it off. There it is. The jaunt through. Another last second jaunt from Young 11. This time he doesn't have a salve, though. Makes things a lot harder. But he will tango up for now.
Kaka takes the one bounty. It's a bounty in battle. Lamb just denies the bounty. Not going to let anyone have it. And now just
nice
goes
TP.
out. Oh, that was... Alright, there's some stylish plays happening on the Vici side.
Ooh, Young 11. He is, like, living dangerously. Mugi is just all up in his grill, and he doesn't care. Meanwhile, mid lane, SCCC has done a very good job of catching back up to Ori after the first minute. Ori's still leading the way, but not by much. Only 1 CS now. The other lanes, it's very close. Very even so far. The only thing is the puck is having a bit of a rough time. Paparazzi in the meantime, right now, KP and Kaka are in his grill. He needs to be careful. He does have a salve. He will pop it. They have the level 2 on the CM, so Arcane Aura is now up, something to consider as well. But a lot of action in this early game. Only one kill, but still a lot of harass going back and forth between a lot of these heroes.
I'm a little bit surprised to see his insistence on the no rocket barrage build, even in this game. I guess he like level 1 rocket barrage is quite bad, and he might just hold the skill points until a little bit later on. So if there is an actual kill opportunity on the Riki, maybe he will level it. But for now, still just holding it and opting for the homing missile, which he can spam non-stop with Arcane Aura.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
The Arcane Aura is so good for the Tiny.
They will finally get Young 11. It took them a while, but they finally get him and caught that one. They used a lot of their mana. They start things up with an instant hex from Faith around the corner. Then they magic missile with a wave of terror layered on top. And not much you can do as a puck, especially you don't have to see him there to break up all those abilities. So good effort, but he will fall. And that'll be a good kill going the way of Newbee.
This is pretty worrying to me because I feel like the puck needs to get his Blink Dagger because he's, like I said at the end of the draft, the only form of initiation for the team. So I worry that him having a slow start just means that Newbee take a lot of control in this game and are able to just start turning up to buildings and kind of slowly chipping them down without too much of an opportunity for Vici to get a good jump. Oh, they want Kaka here.
They have the Frostbite. Oh, he's mega dead. He's really squishy. And the homing missile, they even secure for Paparazzi. How nice of them.
Wrap around from Faith on the mid lane.
And he's going to try to make something happen here. Ori is very far up. They have no meta for 48, but they're doing a lot of damage. Okay. They rotated in a hero too late. Kaka just respawning. And that's what they were waiting on, but he'll just take some mana and walk away. Faith is saying, see you later. Okay.
So is Tiny... Okay, Tiny not going for the same build this time around. Ori just getting the tree grab for the 1 point, a little bit of value. And is going to be matching at the Avalanche instead. So a little bit more AoE clear. Looks like he wants the combo potential against the somewhat squishy Newbee heroes. And I think realizing that he needs to get quite involved in the game since the Gyrocop is not going to be able to do it without help.
Right. I like the moves Vici have made, though. Although that last movement from their supports was spotted by Kaka. Makes things a lot easier for SCCC to survive. CS-wise, they're about even in the mid lane, 10 denies to 7. Now they're going to have the Avalanche coming out at the perfect time to keep Ori up and alive. The Fable coming in, they need to be careful. Frostbite and Kaka's telekinesis back and dead. Can't even get off the Blink Strike. Faith will use the mana drain, won't really help him out in that regard. And good turn from Vici, really good turn.
Yep, supports are in just the right place, and really good reaction as well from Ori, getting the Avalanche out right as they went on him.
They will shrine for Vici and perhaps make a move elsewhere. Young 11 will get some room top. He's up to 19 last assist to the 21 on the bench. He's actually doing a really good job catching back up. Still needs his boots. He's got a bottle and raindrops just to survive any burst damage coming out. And they're going to try to make a move top lane with Faith and Kaka, and they really want this kill. But again, they're not smoking for this. There is an observer ward that will spot Faith, and he probably knows that Kaka is somewhere nearby as well. So 11 is going to sit here at the tower. But bottom lane, Evan looking for KP. Frostbite up in 5. There's the homing missile to come up, and he will not be able to deny himself. In fact, Milanum will take the last hit. And Young 11 will stay safe, sitting around his tier 1 tower in this top lane.
I wonder if Lanham's going to go something other than Arcane's this game, given that he has the Crystal Maiden on his team. It's not a huge decision, but could be nice for the Rubik.
He sure is.
Yeah.
That's a great call. He literally did it as you were talking about it.
No, nice. They want Young 11. There is a Dream Coil turnaround potential, and yeah, here comes the TP.
Kaka homing missiled up. They need more detection. I don't think Paparazzi says dust. Yeah, they didn't have any follow-up there. And KP is nearby too. They need to be careful how far they chase this. They're going to go on mid, though, instead. SCCC, he's got the meta, not going to be able to get it off in time. There's the Avatos combo and the Fade Bolt. That is a secured kill. Now the call down top lane. Dream Coil on 3, beautifully done. Kaka in a lot of trouble. The Waiting Rift will bring him down. KP's going to be next. They're going to get all 3, it looks like. Double kill for Young 11. Maybe he gets the triple. Mugi getting body blocked. He has got the swap. He's got the magic missile. Not going to be able to get it off. The Crystal Maiden will throw up the Crystal Nova to secure it. The Venge Illusion is going to do some damage to Fenrir. He actually might die. Oh my god, he was at 17 HP. On the other side, Young 11, he's got a phase shift. He has Waiting Rift. He's got wand charges too. He's really holding on to this. He's at 12 HP. He's still held on to the wand. Are you kidding, Young 11? Are you... That's...
He knows what he's doing, dude. He knows what he's doing.
I cannot believe he just did that. You know when you're just feeling so good that you can get away with anything?
Yep.
That's pretty much what's happening.
And now Kaka running back.
He ran into the sentry. They dust him up. They get him down. And that's a 3K lead at 8 minutes for Vici Gaming. They are turning it on at the right moment here, Base Kip.
Yeah, and this Tiny is going to start putting in work pretty quickly. Going to pick up some bounties, make some strides towards his Blink Dagger, at which point he should be able to run around and get some nice pickoffs.
This is a dead KP, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is, the tree toss. Swap in, Lana, magic missiled up. Now Moogie's getting chased down by Ori. 1,800 gold for Ori. He was sitting at like 1,400 a second ago. That will mean he is going to have a Blink Dagger in the very near future, and once that happens, Vici will continue on their road of dominance here.
They know that Moogie's in there. They know that Moogie's out of there.
They now have a sentry. Kaka has walked into like 3 sentries, and he's going to die again. Ah, it's rough. Man.
All right, looking like Vici might just snowball this game. This is we haven't seen a game like this necessarily from them in this series, where they've just stomped Newbee. Oh,
they might find Paparazzi. Magic missile, no ice path. He's gonna try to call down maybe. Nah, he's just dead. Earth spike. Plenty of damage. They even rotate up SCC. So I think we'll see an attempt at a trade here from Newbee. They have very good push. They have meta. They'll be able to take this tier 1 down pretty rapidly. So that is good news for Newbee finding that kill. But Vici can't even get the bottom tower. They're still working on it. And now you're going to have to think about defending top instead.
That is the one thing that Newbee have going for them. They push way faster than Vici.
Ori's got Blink.
At all stages.
Ori is waiting. Wave of Terror, though, it's going to put the Blink on cooldown for now. The illusion's going to come in, and you've got to back on this Newbee side. So that Wave of Terror, perfectly placed, but it means that the tier 1 tower will not fall. The homing missile lit up on the SCC. Still has his ultimate, by the way, but Meta Bliss popped, and it's going to be down for a moment. All right.
Pretty in-your-face TP from KP, just TPing from like over here all the way down to bottom. Forces Young 11 back. Both teams still holding on to all their tier 1s. Different build from Paparazzi this game as well. Going to be opting for the Yasha first.
He is also going the flat cannon, by the way. This is what we talked about in the last few games. It's very interesting, but he doesn't really need the rocket barrage. I mean, yeah, he could use more damage, but it's just better for him to farm and stay relevant in this game instead of just trying to get involved in all these fights. I like this a lot. Meanwhile, 11 might get caught by Kaka, who has a smoke screen. It is only level 1. He should be fine. They have another rotation coming bottom. I believe KP is dead here. Maybe not. Ooh, they were looking for the line instead. Dust comes out. KP's going to get caught. Yeah, all right, he's dead. I thought he might have lived with the TP rotation, but they rotate and get the kill anyway, and they have to rotate out Kaka. He actually got dusted too, so it's a very good move for him to TP away. They'll try to go for mid instead. Fenrir will blow up the creep wave with the Crystal Nova, and they'll TP and rotate and defend it while they push bottom with Ori.
Yeah, the spam is really good. And Ori is also getting the last hits on all these kills, so making it well worth his while to kind of rotate around.
Give me that last hit. Nice. No. He's top the net worth. Is working on shreds. No armor still, but he's not really been involved in a full 5-on-5 initiation where he's been caught out. So that lack of armor is not really coming into play. It's just more been jumping on people and killing them.
And the initiation from Newbee is severely lacking. I mean, I guess it's pretty much swap until they get a blink on the lion, which is an eternity away, or the Yules on the Jakiro, which is also not. I don't know if I count that as like reliable initiation. So yeah, it's actually kind of tough for Newbee because they can't catch anybody to pick them off. They can't actually enable their push. Because the Vici spam is good. They don't push, like, Vici don't push nearly as quickly as Newbee do in terms of actually hitting buildings, but it turns out that it only takes a couple of their heroes to, like, hold on to one of their buildings, and it creates this opportunity to actually slowly plink down a tower.
He's going to need Sunder, and he's not going to be able to get it off due to waiting rifts. Maybe? Oh, my God, they waited too long. That is huge. He somehow got it off. I thought they had enough damage to bring him down, but somehow he survives even without a wand. And Young 11 now has to back up. Although Ori is coming in, I think they're probably going to get this kill anyway. Yeah, they will. But they could have gotten away without having to lose Lanham there. So
yeah,
a little bit.
Lanham kind of messed up.
Yeah,
he should have used the telekinesis to break the coil, and that would have killed him. But
Paparazzi's got to get waved up at the top lane. Kaka's nearby. They're still holding on to this tier 1 in the meantime. They have another hero rotating in. That's Fenrir. Mugi's going to get called down on. There's the Frostbite. Elusive Orb. They'll even take down another. Faith is dead. Swap out. Finger comes in. That phase shift was actually insane. Young 11 is just flying out of his damn mind. He's going to find Mugi again with another Elusive Orb. There's the homing missile. The Waning Rift. I'm pretty sure he phase shifted that Finger of Death. That was pretty hype.
Yep. No damage. Well, only 144 damage on the Lions fight recap. So, yeah, very nice very nice phase shift from Young 11. He's just on fire.
He really is. And all of those talking points we had for Young 11 throughout this like best of 5 and how good he was at Dota Pit. Yeah, he's definitely showing it now for sure.
Yep. And I think the comfort level is really showing for Vici as well. Ooh, nice hex.
Yeah, but still Faith's dead anyway. Reflection will come out. There's the magic missile. Kaka is still dusted, I think. No, well, he's dead anyway. He's walking into his sentry. Kaka has had a bit of a rough game. In fact, both of these supports are getting crushed. KP and Mugi are going to be able to get out in time. Young 11 just missed him with the Illusory Orb. Almost found him, not quite. And Vici continue to dominate. They have a 6k lead, and they will now take a tier 1 tower top lane, or at least attempt to, as Ori comes in mid, gets the Avatos combination, the Illusory Orb, the Waning Rift, and Young 11 will clean up what Ori starts and find KP yet again.
I mean, they're just slaughtering Newbee. Anytime that they show on the map for even a second, they just get jumped and killed off.
I still can't decide if this is just Tiny or if this is just Vici playing really well.
I think it's Newbee also playing a draft that they're maybe not 100% on. Oh my god! But also Ori's Tiny is pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't know. This hero seems pretty good. He's up to 7.3k net worth. He's gonna have an Echo Saber soon. Not that he needs any more damage. And well, Vici are gonna try to finish his slowly but surely. They have a 7k lead. Not that it's over or even close to over. You do have a Sunder. You have. By the way, I will say, Newbee, this is kind of supposed to be a fast-paced lineup, right? This is supposed to be taking down towers quickly. That's not really happening, is it?
No. Because of all the defensive spam that Vici have. I mean, the same reasons that Terrorblade didn't look so great as an illusion hero, because there's so much AoE clear, is the same reason that I think they're struggling to really find these pushes. But it's not so much that the spam is the issue, I think the problem is that they don't have any catch to get these heroes off the map so that they can enable the pushes. If they could just start a fight in the right way, get a kill, I think they can quite easily push down some buildings, but they just can't ever find the Vici heroes. And this is another one of these games where it seems like Vici are just completely crushing them in terms of the ward game.
Yeah,
which is what also happened to them in the winner bracket final.
Ori is kind of baiting, maybe a little bit too hard, but he's going to get swapped out, and Rubik's going to get
stolen swap.
That was a stolen swap that he still had, by the way. But they will take down Lanham nonetheless. But on the other side, Kaka's going to give away a godlike spree to Ori at this point. Or not rather give away, but give him one. Dream Coil onto 2. There's going to be a Waning Rift on top. Mugi and Faith forced to stay. There's the Frostbite coming in the Magic Missile as well. But the Homing Missile will clean up 1. Fenrir might get dropped by Mugi. Nope.
Ori taking big damage in the back line.
They're going to find more. As Triple C is now going to have to Sunder, but he gets Waning Rifted by Young 11. They're all 5 dead. This is one of the most disastrous fights and the most disastrous games you're going to see at this caliber. They have a 10k lead at 16 minutes, and they just wiped Newbee from the face of the goddamn planet.
The individual plays for Vici were so good, that fight. Like the Rubik with the swap, Ori looking like he's getting caught out with the Metamorphosis popped, runs in just enough to throw the Terrorblade away, and keeps himself alive. Vici are super feeling themselves in this game.
Yeah, they really are. Young 11 especially, but we've already talked about him.
Yeah, that's I don't know if we need to reiterate on that too much more.
There's not really any need. I also want to give credit to the supports, because like you mentioned, it's the wards, and it's not just the wards, it's the detection as well. It has been on point.
They've shut the Ricky
Kaka has
down
not found
so
literally
hard.
anything in this game.
Yeah. Like the contrast between the Phoenix in the previous game and the Ricky in this game is just totally night and day.
Yep.
He's struggling to really have any impact.
Well, see you, KP.
All right.
He's going hard again, by the way.
Beyond God. Yeah, it's just like just loading up on the status resistance.
How good is status resistance this game compared to the last one? Let's be honest.
I think much better this game, for sure. Just the Lion's disables. The Faith is going to be so sad. He's going to hex this Tiny, and he's going to pop up in no time flat.
I think if you're going to Captain's Draft 4 and Tiny is still the way that he is, hasn't been changed, which there's a good chance he's not, you need to consider dealing with Ori's Tiny. I think this and Paparazzi's Gyrocopter, clearly some heroes they're very comfortable with. So.
Yeah, Tiny could be a big deal, right? Because there's also, there's going to be Limp Tiny at...
yes, absolutely.
At Captain's Draft as well. Man,
that's going to be Battle of the Tinies. I kind of want to see them play each other, and then there's a Tiny in both drafts, because Limp Tiny is, I think, been considered to be the best Tiny in the game at many points.
Yep.
In the past few years, anyway. And Ori is making it look easy. But again, we'll wait and see. Honestly, things might change. The Newbee are going to go for almost a Hail Mary smoke. And they will scan and try to find something, and Vici aren't taking the bait. Maybe they'll find Ori, which would be a huge kill because, again, he is godlike. I think he's almost beyond godlike. He might even be beyond godlike. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he is. It's been so nice to see Tiny be a hero in his own right. I think I really like that they took away the Ags.
No IO.
They gave Wisp the Ags tether talent, which would have been, I think, completely broken if they'd left the Tiny Ags in the game. But it's really cool to see Tiny stand on his own.
Yes.
Because for the longest time, it's been like OP with Wisp and then useless without.
Dude.
So this is a really nice, not completely useless. Some teams still pick it, but this is a really nice change.
Tiny fans around the world are rejoicing. Trent Pax is watching this game, and he's practically crying. I can actually feel it from Canada, from good old Halifax. SCCC is going to get caught. There's the telekinesis. The combo is more than enough to bring him down. So one way you deal with Sunder is kill the guy before he can even get it off, and by God, did they really do that. In the meantime, they will have Faith TPing out. Young 11, the good old Dream Coil. Solo onto a Lion. Lion does have his finger, but he's not going to be able to get it off, obviously. It's the phase shift, and Ori will clean it up with an Avalanche to follow up as well.
We need the Tiny Wins, Trent Pack Smiles Twitch novelty account.
I have some good screenshots for that particular emote or novelty account.
Nice. But Vici just, I mean, 28-4. This scoreline is getting a little bit ridiculous. When was the last kill that Newbie got?
I can tell you we have a net worth graph. And
yeah. So it was the Venge
Newbie
killing Rubik.
Lanham, yep. It was Rubik swapping himself in to save Ori.
Yep.
That was it. And then they lost all 5 heroes for Newbie. So just to give you an indication of when that last kill happened and what happened with it. But it's a 14k lead at 20 minutes in, and despite that, the game's not over yet. In spite of that, I should say.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And we'll try to take this tier 2 in the mid lane. Vici, again, I mean, they have a heart almost done for Tiny. Kaka has a haste rune. He's just trying to smoke screen and do whatever he can. KP's trying to split push. You can actually get a tier 2 tower top lane. It makes things a little bit easier, but I don't think Vici will give it up. You can take this tier 2 down. You can maybe force them to... Nah, he's fine.
He's in the fog. All good. Oh, yeah, still pretty nice. Good damage.
Maybe you take
given their situation, it's like a decent trade. You get...
Yeah, agreed.
But there's a lot of vision over on their side of the map. Vici more than prepared to just go and find another one of these quick pickoffs. Gyrocopter, not messing around at all. Paparazzi was thinking about going back for the Mask of Badness. I think decided, okay, look, I don't really need it. I'll just get BKB, finish the SNY, tank up, become very difficult to burst down, and play from there. They've got more than enough damage, really, so I think just kind of building for survivability is fine.
Absolutely agreed. At some point, they're going to buy a gem also for Vici, one would assume, and then also there's a deity at Roche. I thought they might take this early. Now that they have a deity, I think they might just head into the pit. I don't see why not. Can you really fight into it if you're Newbie? It's not like you have the best Roche fighting lineup to begin with. But I don't know, maybe Vici not that concerned. Yeah, they're in the pit already, just kidding. And then that bottle has DD in it, I think.
Oh, they stored it so that they could, yeah. Just so they get the full duration out here onto Roshan. Looking like, what, Ori might be taking the Aegis here. His streak is just so valuable. May as well get effective, I suppose. Also, it's not like Tiny is bad with an extra life, right? Avatos, relatively low cooldown, can definitely get multiple combos off in a fight. And he's gonna have his heart in a second, so killing him once is gonna be hard. Killing him twice, I don't know if Newbee have.
I don't think it's possible. If Ichi plays smartly and if he doesn't get caught out, I don't think killing the Tiny 2 times is actually feasible.
The Terrorblade can like maybe do it if all of his illusions are alive and he's just wailing on him, but whether or not that's a realistic scenario is another matter.
I think it's more realistic now. He picked up a BKB from Terrorblade.
Well, I mean, he'll be alive, but I think the illusions just get cleared so quickly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So
what do you make of this Crystal Maiden build? The no ulti from Fenrir, just going for the more reliable abilities, I suppose.
Yeah, I think they die so quickly he doesn't need the ultimate. That's part of the reason why I think he's doing this. I think he's not even really concerned. I'm sure having ultimate's probably the right play, but
yeah, I don't think it's a huge deal. One of the interesting things that I'm seeing Ori do, and I think is really cool, and it shows that he's actually played quite a bit of Tiny on this patch and is pretty comfortable with it, is he's throwing the tree away when he has just a small number of charges left on the tree grab, because the cooldown doesn't reset until
you get the tree
you actually get rid of it.
Yeah.
So he's who they got? Oh, they got the Ricky.
He might be dead. Yeah, he's dead. Will they chase? This could be a good jaunt. There's the Dream Coil on 2. Almost got 3, actually. Faith will just go for the TP. They need a lift. There's the Avalanche. All right. Fade Bolt coming out. They've got the BKB fresh Triple C, but he needs to run pretty much instantly because Mugi's dead as well. Wave of Tear. And that is a problem. Paparazzi is still going to work. He's got his BKB ready. This should be high ground, especially because there's no BKB. Meta's going to be gone here in a moment. It's like about 30 seconds.
TB popped everything, and they just kind of kited him. It's like, oh, TB's here. Just kill everybody around them and run away.
Exactly.
Why not?
They'll take the tier 2 first and foremost. Maybe they could still high ground in a moment. Venge does have buyback. She's up in 20. The death timers are so low that you might not even risk it if you're Vici, but you have 8, so what the hell is the point of not pushing high ground with 22k lead? I guess you don't want to give away Ori's spree, but what can kill him now, if not the Terrorblade's meta? Yeah.
You could swap him into the fountain.
That is some wishful thinking, my friend. And there's the jump in waiting rift. Yeah, but pretty much that's what they have to do. They're going to lose 2. KP, Faith, they both don't have buyback. Mugi's going to be next if he's not careful. They'll spell steal with Tear again. Tier 3 is getting shredded, of course, because Ori just does so much damage. Kaka has had one of the roughest games I've ever seen under Ricky. And the game ends in a pretty anticlimactic fashion. VG, they're going to be your Chinese qualifier winners. They will be moving on to Washington, D.C. to play Captain's Draft 4.0 in just a few months. They absolutely dominate Newbee here in game